Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. Today I wanted to have a play with some upcycled envelopes, and I want to make these, I'm calling them double flip pockets, double pocket flips, made from upcycled junk envelopes, washi tape, and scraps. So you can use book page, you can use, these are washies, you can use your scrapbook paper, you know, all of that good stuff. So just pull up some scraps and let's play. Let's have some fun. I got this idea, general idea, from Roxy's Creations. It was a video she did about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, during her, it was 2 years ago. It was one of her Roxy challenges, and I kind of took it in my own direction, but her general idea is what inspired me. So I will try to find that video if I can and link it below. But yeah, so what I've got is some glue and some washi tape, and I've got my scissors, my distress inks, my what else, and my envelopes. Of course, I've only chosen a few because I don't even know if I'll get one done, to be honest with you, just because it takes time to, you know, collage this and really, you know, cut everything. I did not round off this edge here or anything. I just went across at the tops and the bottoms of the envelopes because all the envelopes have that rounded look to them, and it's just kind of hard to cut your paper right on that. I have done it before with an X-Acto knife, but it's not easy, so you know, that would take time, and who knows if I might cut myself. So what I was going to do first is grab one of these, and the reason I grabbed these three is because they all had nice windows on them, and then they also, this one had a smaller window. This one here I started to do is a double window. You could use a big window if you want, you know, but I was looking at the space between the window and here for a pocket, and then also up here that I would have to work with, because this one was really narrow at the edge. The window was right up, you know, close to the edge of the envelope. So when I broke the envelope open and trimmed it and everything, I hardly had any room left, you know, and I thought, well, these look like there's more space. So I actually think, let's see, this one's kind of a narrow gap. I'm looking, I kind of like this window because it's bigger, these two, but this one's narrow, so I think I'll probably pass. I think I'll use this Colonial Pen Insurance. They keep sending us, you know, they keep sending us deals and offers. And I'm like, okay, we've told you no, and yet you still keep doing it. So I'm just going to tear along the joining here real carefully. Now you could coffee dye your envelopes beforehand, or, you know, and make them nice and grungy if you wanted. I just wanted to get on here and show you guys these. I thought they were fun, and you know, it's always fun to play with these envelopes, right? Okay. So we're going to be cutting off this end here, and I'm going to cut off this here. This part here is going to be a pocket. This is going to be our flap that will be glued to the page so that you can open and close this. This side, I'm going to cut it out a little bit further because I would like just to have a little more space like I did with this one. This was the fold up side where the envelope folded up, and I decorated it, but I left this open a little bit more. So like this was the actual, like probably about right here. You can't really feel it because this paper is nice and strong, and it's the glue has dried, and so it's really nice and secure. But this was another fold, like this fold here, okay, about right there, and I just went ahead and left it and decorated on top of it. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim this bottom part off just right on the line. Okay, and then over here Do the same thing. Now I guess you could do like a top flap and leave this piece on there, and then that way you could cut this off and you could have it flipping up and down. That's a thought. So, okay, and then I'm gonna cut part of this off about halfway in, so it's just a flap. Okay. And then now on this side, I'm going to cut, and I did this on the other one and it worked, so I'm going to show you here just 1 second. I know I might be being confusing. So now you've got, you can use this for something else if you want. So here is your piece. So this was your flap, your closing part of the envelope. This was the bottom part, okay? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to do a miter cut right here and trim this off, or I mean fold this in. And then this piece will be the extra piece, and it will give the pocket some wiggle room. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I did that on this one. I folded it in, or was it this one? Which side? Well, I think I actually did it with a piece of scrapbook paper, but this time instead of cutting this off, I'm going to use this too, so that each side will have a pocket that will open pretty nice and be easily got into. So I'm going to fold this up enough that I'm going to cover some of the window, okay? And I'll show you what I'm talking about here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and miter this side, and I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to trim this piece here. I've got a little bit of this, like a tear right here. This is why I was liking having more room at the top, because if I needed to trim it, I could. So I'm going to trim this off on this side. Okay, and then down here, what I'm going to do, because this pocket's going to go like this, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I should have, let me see how this looks. I'm going to cut this here real quick. I'm going to paper this and strengthen it. I'm just looking to see how it'll look if I have it, cut right there. And I'm going to trim it so that it's kind of even on this side. Okay, so it'll be like that. All right. So what I should have done is I should have only mitered one side so that it would fold in, and left this. So what I may do is I might go ahead and glue a piece of paper here and just create this so that it, watch what I mean, instead of trying to explain. There. So I might go ahead and cut a piece that'll go right there and glue it so that it'll give that corner back, because I should have cut it with just the one, and I don't know how I would have done that, so it's okay. Watch, I'll show you. It'll work, I promise. So this takes time. It does, this part of, you know, really getting your pieces cut to where, and I mean, you can bring it over and make your window, you know, show less or more. So I think I'm gonna, real quick, I'm gonna use a piece. Oh, this is good. This piece, actually. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue down and get started on building my little, filling it all in and making it pretty. And what I'm talking about is I wish I hadn't have cut this corner, so I'm just going to recreate the corner with a piece of scrapbook paper. And this paper is from the Haberdashery kit, and a lot of you probably recognize it. And it is a really strong paper. So yeah, it can do this. Oh, I need my dry wipe, Okay. And I'm taking it right up to the edge of that window. I don't want any white. Shoot, I'm still not down far enough. Come on, you. This glue, boy, it dries quick. The art glitter glue, it's like, oh. Okay, there. Good enough. Okay. All right. And on the back, I'm just going to trim. And the reason I'm not cutting it right up to that edge is because I just want to extend it a little bit so that it's a little bit bigger flap. Okay, so there's that side now. So what I was going to do was, I was telling you about, is that I don't want to have to, I mean, I've done it before where I've used pieces and made a little cut into the corners and put pieces of stuff there, you know, paper there. But this time I think it'd just be easier to bring it down just an edge so that it can just kind of, you know, leave the window but cover enough of it. I think my paper's crooked right there. This little tiny spot is a little bit crooked. And the glue. So I'm going to have to finagle this a little bit. But you guys see what I'm talking about, right? I'm going to go ahead and cover a slight amount of the window on both sides. Not a lot, but, you know, I don't want to have to mess with doing all that cutting. I find it annoying a little bit. So I'm going to bring it down past the rounded corners, just like right there. And I'm going to do it on both sides so it'll be covered. You won't be able to see it when I'm finished with it. It won't show. Just making sure my music is upright the right way. Okay. And that glue wipes off of the, what do you call it? I can't think of the word. You know what I mean. The plastic, whatever that's called. I know I went a little bit crooked, but it's okay because I'm going to be putting something here anyway, and I'm probably going to put some tape on top of it. This is kind of a collaging thing for me too, in a way. I know I do a lot of that, but it's, you know, I want to fill in the white space, and then I'm going to come back with some washi tape and do some decorating on the edges and just kind of strip it like I did. Where's my other piece? I had it. Where is it? Terra. Where is it? Here it is. So like I did with this one, I did washi, you know, kind of going over some spots, you know, like down the strip I did a washi tape. So yeah, so that's my plan, to do that again. But I love this haberdashery paper, and I thought, well, that'd be a fun, that would be a fun covering, you know, to put on here. And I am covering all the way down to the base of the pocket. So when they look down inside the pocket, there's going to be paper there probably, and tape or washi tape. Where's my, oh, like where's my towel? I keep losing it. Oh, that is exactly right to where the pocket is. Look at that. Perfect fit. When you cut this, be super careful if you're bringing it right to that edge like I am, that you don't cut off your flap. But at the same time that you're getting it right up to the edge of it. Did I do it? I did it. Yay! I am liking the way this looks already. And I know it's inside the pocket, but I'm still going to cover it. I don't know. I just want it covered. I had another strip here. Maybe I'll use this other strip of music. Yeah, that'll be okay. It's not going to be seen a lot. It's just going to be on the inside there. Boy, we have some birds outside that just sound so sweet. They're chirping away. Happy little things. Okay. So today is, I believe, Saturday is going to be, this is, for me, it's last Friday. I'm recording this right after I did our Mass Monday. What are you guys up to? Anything fun? Anybody doing anything exciting? I have no idea what I'm going to be doing next weekend, next Saturday. So, oh yeah, I do. I'm marrying our niece. That's right. I'll be at a wedding next Saturday. So today, with you guys, I'm at a wedding. So yeah. Cool. So there's our front piece, okay, so far. And then what we can do now, is like I was talking about, is add some fun with some washi tape. I have a bunch of different ones I brought along that I thought might be cool. Let's see here. We can bring in some color, or we could continue to keep it a little bit neutral. I've got some pretty gold. Let me see how this would look on here somewhere. Just running a strip of it down. That would look pretty, right? Yeah. Let's do that. Let's bring, well, you know what? I want to paper the other side first. Let me do the other side, and then we'll mess with that. And we're still going to do the pocket, and we're going to create a pocket for this side. So yeah, let's have a play. Let's continue this here. Let's do some more music. I like that one. And now I could, I'm not sure which way I'm going to have this opening yet. So if it's going to go, like if I'm going to have it going this way, or if I'm going to have it going, you know, this way. So I don't know, because the part that I glue down, I'm not going to worry if it's covered. So I'm not going to cover that part yet. I'm just saying that because I keep cutting it away from that area, and that's why, because I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that spot, or where I'm going to, you know, I'm being very sloppy with my glue. Sorry if that is seemingly sloppy crafting. I apologize. sometimes I'm just like, you know, I do. I get impatient. Glue is one of those things that I tend to just kind of get it on there. Just get it on there. Okay. Because I get shaky too, and you guys know how I shake, and so it's hard for me. This is not, I'll trim it. I'm not going to do that. I went down a little bit low, but that's okay. Okay. And we'll just, this part I don't need to trim. It's the fold, so that's the flap, so we're not going to worry about that. And again, we're going to come in really close. Don't cut the flap off, Tara. How'd I do? I could go a little bit closer, actually, because that's kind of... Okay. And you know what? Even if you did cut the flap, you could always... you actually could always still trim it a little bit. I mean, and tape it. You could use some tape and just fix where you cut it, you know. There we go. Okay. All right. I need to clean this. It's got glue right there. All right. Next, I think I'll use this paper. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to do a long strip here. And then I'll put something else right there. Let's see. In fact, I'm going to do this paper right here. And like I said, these are all from the Haberdashery kit or pad from Hobby Lobby. If anybody likes these. And now on this side, you can use the other side as your... Oops, I think I just screwed up. Let me do that again. In fact, I'm just going to put the glue on here this time. Because if I put this paper down too low, then it's going to show on the other side. So I have to do it as close as I can and make it at least not past that other. Actually, it has to be exact. That's true. Because otherwise you'll be able to see one side or the other. See what I mean? So you have to. There we go. But now there's white showing. So you got to be right on there. Now what I'll do is that, you know me and my distress ink, it saves me all the time. If there's some white anywhere, I'll just dab it with my distress ink and save the day. Woohoo! So anyway, and then this side I'm going to go ahead and trim off. Okay. And now I'll use, should I use this one or should I use her? That would look kind of cool to have a butterfly, but it's only gonna, it's not gonna show all the way. It's gonna, the tip of it's gonna be cut, so I don't want that. Let me see her. I have others too. I kind of pulled some of my favorite papers out of my scrap box so that I would just be able to, you know. And I'm going to go over this side. I love this paper. I think I'll use it for a pocket instead. How about this? This paper's amazing. I love this paper. These are all scrapbook. This one's real thin. These are thick. You know, they're all scrapbook papers from Hobby Lobby, different pads I've bought through the last couple of years. I don't even know which one this is from, but I really just love the paper. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and lay down some glue. Now on this side, oh yeah, on this side I can go all the way. Oops, it doesn't go all the way, does it? It wasn't long enough. Or was it? I don't remember. Oh well, I'm putting it down. If I have to wipe the glue up, that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. And I think I saw, if I remember, Rachel did a lot of folding over of her paper and stuff like that too. So you can, you can, because both sides are going to show. So if you want the paper, yeah, I went too far. That's all right. I had one more piece. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. I do have a piece that matches. Let me just hit this edge. Instead of trimming it, I'm going to distress it. All right, that should do the trick. The trick. Isn't that paper gorgeous? I love that. Okay. Oopsie, how did I manage that? Oh, I folded it underneath. I'm like, in the world did I do? There. Okay, and if you wanted right now, you could fold this over and, oh, actually that looks kind of cute. Maybe I will, just for fun. Let's see, is it even? Yeah, I kind of like that. I think I will fold it over. Check that out. So, yeah. All right. When I picked my papers, you guys, and you can use book page for this, of course. You know the drill. You can use anything you choose. I picked these because these are some of my favorite scraps, and I really wanted to do a little scrap busting. My drawer is getting pretty full, and it's just a little desk drawer, so, I have to kind of keep an eye on them. But, yeah, I really just wanted this to be kind of cute, and fun. So I thought, well, I'll make it kind of matchy, but at the same time, be collagey and different. Okay, so now we're gonna see. Now we'll have. Oh, see, I can cut that off. That's what I thought. I was like, wait, that doesn't seem right. Let me trim this a little bit more. And again, be careful because you got your pocket right there. You don't want to cut the pocket. Okay, so now the pocket's going to get covered as well. But it's going to be like that. Okay. And then on this side, we'll finish it, and then we're going to glue, we're going to make a pocket out of one of these pieces of scraps. But for right now, I'm going to cover this bottom part because I want it. Okay, and I don't need it to be the whole piece, just over to this edge. So again, I'm going to be cutting, okay, here. Sorry, I had to concentrate. I got really quiet because I was like focused. Okay. All right. Bring that right to that edge. And just kind of push it into there. Here in a minute, we're going to play with some washi tape. and create a little bit of a more fun on this. And again, because I'm by the flap, I'm going to be careful when I cut, but I need to get it cut pretty close. And I'm going to be distressing all around these edges so the white will not show through. I really like how this is looking. Now I could take this pocket and go either direction. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to use some thinner paper to do the inside of the pocket, just for fun. Tippy is cracking me up. She's like, she's so cute. My little chubby Tippy, my little old lady. I love that little dog. She is something else. You should have seen me this morning. Well, I told you guys about it on Monday with the dog. Oh my gosh. I just could see that dog attacking mine, you know, my little baby. Ugh. And he was big too. He was a big boy. If he had been aggressive, we'd have both been done in for. And it was 1:30 in the morning. I was half asleep. I mean, it happened so fast. And I have a bat. I know that sounds funny, but I have this bat that I take outside with me. I had stopped taking it because the reason I started taking it out there was because I saw a dog one other time last year. Okay. Well, oopsie, wrong piece. And I haven't seen the dog since. And yeah, I'm going to stick this on the inside upside down because I think I'm going to fold this piece over and use it on the other side of the pocket, like so. And once this dries, right now it's wet, so it's floppy, and you know the paper's kind of arguing with me a little bit. But once everything dries, it'll be nice and strong and stiff, and yeah, there won't be a problem with this paper folding or any of that. I'm just trying to see if I cut it even enough to do this, because I might have. Okay, I need you to stay on the paper. Okay. I was just thinking this paper actually goes with, you know, the look of the rest of it. So, I mean, it's not a total 100% match, but it looks, I don't know, it kind of brings a little bit of a different variable into what I've been doing on the rest of it, you know, because it's more of a peachy, coppery color, but it's still warm. So I think it can be in the family on this front here. I like that. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to use it. If I totally hate it, I will cover it with something else, but I'm thinking I might like it. It's a possibility. Because I really like this paper, so. All right, now let me see. Should I fold it over and just let it be a part of this side too, just like Miss Rachel? I mean, what is Roxy's? What is her name on Roxy Creation? Is it? I can't remember. Well, I apologize. I just can't remember. I know it's not Roxy. I know that. Yeah, I think I will bring that over. Okay. Now you can see that pocket through on this side, but I don't care. That's okay. It's just a pocket. Okay, so now this part, I'm going to do a little distressing here on the edges. And in fact, I'll probably go ahead and do that. My ink is just so... Okay. Tippy is totally groaning and snoring in her sleep. She's cracking me up. She's like, ah, ah, ah. She's funny. Okay. Anyway, so get that out of there. I don't want to do that. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to glue this like we would. And because we've got the little flaps here, you know, our pocket's going to have a little more room. So that's a nice little pocket, right? And I'm telling you, I'm probably only going to get one of these done because I want to decorate it for you and for me. And let us see how it comes out. So yeah, probably. So there's one pocket, one side, okay? And then this side, we're going to create a pocket out of another piece of paper. Let me look here. And I'm going to use, oh yeah, I thought I'd use this one. I'm going to use a thicker piece, and I can actually make this pocket taller so you can't see the other pocket through. Okay. And I'm going to fold these in about, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch, I guess. Is this, wait, I should have cut that a little bit longer, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Maybe a 1/2 inch, I don't know how much that is. And up at the bottom. No, that's the top. I'm going to do the bottom. So we're going to make another roomy little pocket with mitered corners so that when we glue it in, okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of a V, because otherwise if you cut that squared off part, it's just going to be harder to sit that bottom in there. Okay. All right, now I am going to do some, where's my brush? It'll be easier with my brush. You know I don't like that stark white. My friends know how I feel about that, right? Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, I don't need to do that. I don't know. It's just kind of have it. Okay, but I do want to do the edges here. Since this is a separate piece that's going onto this, and it's kind of bright. It's a yellowish ivory color, you know, but it's kind of bright compared to the rest of it. But I like that in a way. I think it's going to look kind of cool. So this is going to go right here. Okay, so let's glue that on. Let's do it to it, babies. Okay. It's nice to have a bottle that's not leaking out the bottom of the lid. Oh my gosh, I wasted so much glue the other day. It just kept leaking. I was like, gee, whizzle sticks. Okay. I probably left this one a little bit taller than the other one, so it's going to show through on the other side. Which it's good. Yeah, it's good that I distressed it. So that's fine. I don't care about that stuff. Okay, and you've got your room because of the little flaps. Okay, but don't pull on it like that because you're going to lift it before it's time. Okay, so let's do some fun with tape. I was talking about doing some of the gold here, and I think I definitely will have to glue this tape because it never ever doesn't need glued. And I think I'm going to run it over to the other side as well. And just kind of tuck it into the pocket. Yeah, this tape never sticks without glue, ever. So. And I bought it brand new at Michael's, and it's never worked right since I have. It's beautiful tape, though. I think. Of course, it's gold. You know me. Anything gold. Gold to me equates vintage. So. Or elegant. I'm just kind of pulling it. It's going to be inside the pocket, but not. Yeah. Be careful, because like I just ran some of that glue, so I got to be careful. I'm going to end up gluing my pocket shut if I'm not careful. The other thing I like about this tape, this gold, is because it's kind of got a look of vintage to it, as far as it looks tarnished in a way. If you look really close, it's got a tarnished look, and that's fun. It actually looks brighter to me in the viewfinder for you guys than it looks in person. In person, it looks old and, like I said, kind of burnished more than bright. It's not as bright if it's showing that way when the video goes out just now. It's more of an antique-y look. Okay, now I'm just going to bring this down and hope I left my, yep, I did. Left enough for it to, oh no, but it's not, oh dear. Tara, I ran it a little crooked, of course. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lift this. You know me. Lift that pocket. There we go. And I'm just going to glue that back down. That's what I'm going to do. Yep. I always do stuff like that, but, you know, that's how it is. Mistakes happen. This is real world. Okay. So I just have to make sure that I hold that down without gluing the pocket shut itself. Okay. Okay. All right. And now I'm looking in my little, what did I, oh, here it is. I'm like, where did I put that other one? I was looking to see if, I wonder how this one would look running across the base. That sounded cool, huh? I'm just checking here. Nope, I have cut into this, I guess, because it's not quite even. It looks even, but it's not. I don't know. I think this tape is pretty. I'm just seeing if it matches. If it doesn't, I'm just going to tear it up and not use it. But nah, I don't like that. Okay, that's some strong tape. Let me see. I love that tape. I just don't like it there. But, oh wait, maybe this would be more what I'm looking for. I like this one. This one's pretty. What time is it? Yeah, I knew I'd only get one done. I had a feeling. All right. The reason I like this is because there's music notes here, and then this has music notes on it too. And I just kind of thought that might look pretty on this, like running down the side of this, and then I can trim. You know what? I might put this one as the tape I do on the flap. Yeah. And just make sure I use the other side as the glue down part. I know that's a lot of glue for just the flap, but I do like to make sure it sticks. This washi tape cannot be trusted. I don't care how good it seems to be holding. I've never seen it not lift on something. Even when I used to just like face my Bibles, recover my Bibles and stuff, and I would use washi on them for fun. Yeah, and it wouldn't work. And then all you have to do is trim it off. If you can get your hand to quit shaking. Oh, that's me, not you. Okay. All right. It's stuck to my finger. Can I get it off? There we go. This one little piece needs snipped. There, I hope I got it. Okay, get off my finger. Yeah. So there's my flap. And what do I have for these little ones? I have these little tiny tapes. And the only thing I'm not crazy about is that they are white around the edges. I just don't really care for that. And I haven't used them because of it. So I'm thinking if I just distress with the ink, maybe that'll, because I like the design that's on them. It's cute and it looks cool. But yeah. And this is what I did to the other one. I kind of ran the tape around, each side and just changed the look, kind of collaged with tape on it as well. And I don't know, I liked how the first one turned out, so I thought I'll show you guys and see if you like it too. And then I'm just gonna okay. And bring that over. And I think I'll put a little glue just in case. Don't want to trust it. Okay. I'll have to distress more of this. As you can see, it's white, white, white. Since that's a dark brown, I don't think it'll matter if I rub on there. Yeah, it's not going to hurt it. Oh, I still gotta trim that edge. It was stuck to my arm. Do you hear it? Okay. There's that. I'll just trim that piece right there. Okay, so there's that side. Let me trim this off so I don't stick it to my arm again like I did a second ago. So I hope you felt inspired with this. I don't know, I thought they were pretty cute. And a fun way to use up your junk envelopes, your washi tape, and your scraps, Can't beat that. That's like a triple buster, right? or your book pages, you know, whatever you want to use on it. So look in here, because I want to add maybe a little splash of color. Let's see. Or if I don't do color, what's this one say? I love this. Enjoy the little things. That would look pretty on there. Let's see. Enjoy the little things. Good advice, right? So I'm just going to press that into the crook of the pocket there. Okay, with my fingernail. And then run the glue. You know the drill. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And you can overlap your tape, your washi. You know, you're just kind of decorating all over the place with it. Okay. Sorry for that loud noise, my scissors. Okay. Now I'm going to take this over the side again and cut it right there so that it's just meeting over the edge of that. Can you hear that clanking? That is my cat eating, and his or her tag is hitting the bowl, the metal bowl. Okay, now let's decorate this real quick. What time is it? Oh, okay, we're good. So I am thinking, I don't know, maybe some lace on here along the top there. That might be cute. Come on now. Just got to get it the right length. This is my little dollar store lace. I just happen to have it out, and it's such a cute little lace, you know. I think it was the first lace I ever bought, actually. I believe when I first started doing this. Yeah. Okay. That. I'm going to leave it just below that distressed line because I like that look there, the distressed coming at the top. And I think I'm going to put like a phrase or something. Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Tiptoe if you must, but take this step. That's a good word. Let's see. These phrases and some of these words I use were from Rach and Bella Craft, her freebies that she gave to us that are members of her Facebook group. And yeah, they're gorgeous. I love the words. You know me, I love the words. Such a fun aspect to me of all of this is just adding phrases and words that really, I don't know, bring life to the picture, you know. I'm looking here because I was wondering, I feel like, you know, there needs to be something more here, not just what I have. So kind of glancing through to see what I've got. I wonder, I think nah, not that one. I have so many. There's got to be something here that would, you know, complement the rest of this. That's a cool one. Oh, and that's got a little bit of music on it too. I don't know though. It's got some of the peachy in it. See, that's nice. So that might work, especially if we distressed it. I'm just looking here real quick to see. Where's my little knife? I'm not putting a ton, but I'm going to put enough to make this stick underneath here, and then okay. All right. I was thinking about taking it over. Let me see, where's it going to land on this side? That's all. It's not bad. Bring it up to underneath. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay. And I'll just bring it up and put it under, just underneath the lace, and it comes right to the edge of that pocket, so it's almost perfect. I'm going to cut it just a little bit longer because that lace is sticking up right there. I can tuck it underneath. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tuck it. Okay, come on now. There we go. Okay, so now you're getting, I hope you're getting an idea of what we're trying to accomplish here. Word of God speak, would you pour down like rain? I love that song. Your Majesty, be still and know that you're in this place. Please let me stay and rest in your holiness. Word of God speak. Not quite. That color's off. I'm looking. You know, I like to make phrases if I can, or pick a phrase and then joy. Joy unspeakable and full of glory. Word of God. Worship Him. I was listening to, what time is it? Okay. I was listening to Vicky Yohe earlier, one of my favorite gospel artists and ministers of the gospel. I love her so much. I used to sing her music all the time. And my house was just filled with rejoicing earlier. It was I Just Want You, that CD. And yeah, it's one of my very favorites. Anybody out there love that CD? Do you know what I'm talking about? It has, how's it? What is it? Well, the first song on it is I Just Want You. And then it's just full of amazing music all the way through. Just a little hint of gold here. Where's your pen? There we go. All right. And then I kind of want to do a little bit of darkening of this tape, just a touch, because of the white on it. I'm not enjoying the white of it. I like what's on it, the pictures and like the peachy color, but yeah, kind of struggling with the brightness of all this, just because the rest of it is so nice and brownish and beigey and, you know, neutral and stuff. Okay, so there's that side, and I'm wondering if I could get away with something bright on here, or kind of adding a little bit of color, a splash, you know, or something, a little something. Should I put some of this on the back side like that? That would look cute, huh? Oh, I like that. Let's do it, you guys. We're just about done. We are just about done. I hope you felt inspired today. I just thought this sounded like something fun to play on. You know, it's Saturday, and I wanted to do something. It's Friday for me, and you know, I just wanted to relax and kind of craft and show you guys this, because you've probably seen it before, but maybe didn't remember, or maybe you're new to junk journaling and have never used envelopes for stuff. You know, I mean, everybody's got their first time they see an upcycled envelope, right? And go, oh, I never thought to use one like that. All of us have that moment. So I thought I could share it with you guys. Anyway, I'm looking here. I have got so many different like words and stuff in here that it's hard to find them when I want them. I know, it's funny. We just got so many. I'm like, okay. Renew, strive. I will find it. Peace. I always love peace. Amen? Let's have some of that. This is definitely needing more. It's needing, like, I don't know, people or something, you know, I don't know, flowers, whatever. But it definitely needs a little bit something more that's going to give it that finished look. I love the way it turned out. but I know that I'm going to probably play a little bit more with it before, you know, I call it done. It could be that I didn't, because I didn't distress everywhere. I didn't go around the edges, you know, and like hit it. That might be part of the look I'm thinking is missing, is the brownish, you know me. It's all gotta be distressed. You know how I am. I see some people not distress anything, and I go, wow, you know, it looks pretty, but for me, I just love my work to have that little something there. I'm going to go right down in between, because I know when I bend this tape is going to probably lift a little bit. Feel like, what time is it? Oh, yeah, I'm over, as usual. You guys are used to me, aren't you? I don't mean to do that, honestly. I get to talking to you guys or hanging out with you, and I know you're with me, and I love it, and yeah, so I don't know where my little people went. I was going to grab them, but now I can't find them, so I guess not. Oh, wait, here they are. I was thinking that this would be like the perfect time to put some of these somewhere. These two could sit right here. Yeah, that's cute. Right on the edge of the lace, and then you can still get into the pocket. See? Yeah. That'll be cute. Plus, they kind of look like they might be newly married or something, and they're going on a trip, and they are about to take a step. That's what that says. So, I'm thinking that would be cute. I'm covering that tape, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. You can see it on the other side. And plus it picks up, and you can see it at the bottom, so you know it's there going over to the other side. Okay, so we're going to sit them right on the lace so their heads just barely come above on the pocket. I needed some people on here. I really did. These two are kind of perfect right there. I like it. And they've got that really aged, vintagey look to them, you know. And then over here, what could we put over here? He's sitting on the edge. No, we're not going to do that. I was thinking I had that one these little kids. Aww. Little brother and sister. So cute. She could sit right there. Yep. Yep. She's going to sit right there, you guys. That's going to be it. And I'm covering that real quick, and I'm going to be done. I will let you guys go. If you haven't already left. If you're still here with me, bless your heart. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. Do I have her hanging over? Just a little. The paper on her thing ripped slightly. But I don't think it's going to show, because barely just the tip of her toe is hanging over that envelope. So anyway, I hope you guys like this. I think they're super cute. They are a little time consuming, but they're kind of relaxing actually, because you're just, you know, you're crafting, you're collaging, you're playing with different stuff and you're using stuff up. But when you get done, you have this adorable little pocket that's going to go, I'm covering that light, sorry, that's, you know, that you can see through. So like, let's see, I'm looking here for like a piece of, I don't know, where's my journal at? Here, so you can see, like, say we glue this in to, you know, say it was glued, no, that's not a good example. Let me see. I'm looking for pieces. I haven't glued a lot of stuff yet. Okay, so say it's right here, glued into the book, and you can see beautiful day, and then you open it, and you have, it's very interactive. I might put it on a page like this, you know, that's already full, because of how interactive it is. I like that. You know me, I love to turn stuff and open stuff and find stuff, and I think it's fun. So I'll let you go. I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow, or no, I'll see you on Monday, and you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. God bless you. Bye.